Hey, good afternoon. It's HUD and Patrick with San Francisco MLS, and we're here to talk about Broker Tour and the new changes that we have put together for you. And also, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that these changes really came from the ground up. We have a lot of different ways to get feedback here at the association. Some of it is direct to our MLS team, and that would be if you're sending in a ticket to MLS at sfrealtors.com. Our team gets a lot of feedback, not only problems that they're having, but agents have a lot of questions. So it comes from that, and also comes organically from our MLS and Tech Committee. Our MLS and Tech Committee meets every month, and what we do is we go over not only just regular MLS technology business, but also suggestions and ideas that come from your peers, your colleagues, and of course filtered through the members of the MLS and Tech Committee. And that's kind of an exciting process, and sometimes it gets spirited and we talk about a little different ideas, but this was one that was really pretty clear. We also did a survey a few months back asking, hey, does it make sense to continue with this Tuesday and Wednesday broker tour, or should we move it back to a single day Tuesday tour or broker tour as it's collectively referred to? So we got the results back, and it was pretty overwhelming that it's time to move back to a single day tour. And in fact, we had an opportunity to make some additional changes. And some of those additional changes include moving to different time blocks and consolidating some of the districts. We're going to get into that a little bit later. So in looking at all that information and from the feedback we got, and also we have to fit this into the schedule of our development partner, Rapattoni. The first new tour day is going to be Tuesday, December 20th, 2022. So that'll be the first day that these new, that we'll be consolidating back to the single tour day of Tuesday. And a couple things to keep in mind as we talk this through. You will still be able to schedule a tour for Wednesday, December 14th, one last time, provided you add it before noon on the preceding Monday. But what we would suggest is that you, instead of doing that, embrace the new tour date and the new schedule, which we're going to discuss in a bit, which will be starting on Tuesday, December 20th. And the one thing I'll say before we talk about the actual schedules and the consolidation, the changes, is that the MLS team will be vigilant in the next few weeks and beyond that, checking to see if any tours get rejected or added to the wrong day or if things aren't working appropriately. Just make sure that you remember to get a hold of us at MLS at sfrealtors.com, and we'll be hyper aware of this change and walk you through what we think is a good change. What we're hearing from our members is a good change. Now, with that, let's take a couple minutes, Patrick, and just talk about these new changes. I do see your background actually is showing the new tour dates, the new tour schedule,
It is.
the new tour report that you're going to see. So thanks for pointing that out and making that effort, Patrick. But let's talk a little bit about these new time blocks and also how things are going to change for our agents moving forward.
Yeah, thanks, Ed. So thanks everyone for listening in. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you all for some of the new broker tour report samples and some of the information that you'll be experiencing the next couple weeks. So let me share my screen. So the first most important change to the broker tour times is that they're now all on Tuesday. So starting on Tuesday, December 20th, all of the tour times that were previously on Wednesday are now going to be on Tuesdays. And as you can see here, I'm going to zoom in on this so you can all see the new tour times are 2-hour time blocks, as HUD mentioned earlier. So we have District 8 and part of District 9, which includes Treasure Island and Yerba Buena Island, are from 9 to 11. And then going down the list, 10 to 12, 11 to 1, etc., we have 2 to 4, the remaining edition of District 9 in 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And of course, lock boxes will remain a 9 to 4 Tuesday tour time. So that's going to be the primary change for everyone starting with December 20th and going forward. Again, this was based on feedback that we actually acquired from a committee that ran a survey of broker tour suggestions from the members who filled out the survey. So thanks to everyone who filled out that survey. I'd like to move on now to the broker tour, the new format of the tour. So one of the additional changes that's occurring to the tour times is that new and repeat tour times are actually going to be in the same time block. So prior to the changes that are occurring on December 20th, the new listings would occur at a half an hour earlier time block than the repeat listings. They're now all in the same time block. However, based on this example broker tour, the new tours are going to be at the very top of each time block. So as you can see here, from 9 to 11, the first two listings that you can see in the tour report are the new tours, followed by a tour with a price reduction, and
Right,
then
and
the
I'm seeing
repeat.
these. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I'm
Yeah,
seeing these icons on the left, and so it's clear that the minus. Well, if it's not clear, the minus means price reduction, correct?
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's right, HUD. And also, uh, for everyone involved with these reduced prices on tours, these are actually going to be any price reduction that occurs whatsoever. They're not going to be constrained by a 5% minimum.
Yeah, that's a change. That's a change.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's an improvement for anyone who wishes to reduce their price on their tour. It's going to put you right at the top, right under the new tours. So those are the big changes. And then HUD, do you want to talk about perhaps some of the integrations we'll have to face going forward into this next few weeks for the launch?
Yeah, like our third-party vendors, our MLSs, and all that. Behind the scenes, we've been having discussion with all of our MLS, our reciprocal MLSs, I should say, our 7 Bay Area MLSs that were a part of the NorCal Alliance. We like to use that as our moniker. So we've been working with them already. They're already aware of these changes. They're ready to go. We should see this as a massive improvement based on what the complexities that our tour presented when we connected our databases. Essentially, San Francisco does things a little bit differently than say Sacramento and say Mill Valley, Marin County, East Bay, South Bay. We all are aware of that, but this just gets us sort of more in line, and also based on our members' feedback. This is what you guys were looking for. So we're working with MyTheo and our other vendors already that ingest the tour data and make it available to subscribers of their product. So we've already been working with that. But I will say that as a commitment from the MLS side, and the team knows that this is a change, even positive changes can have ripple effects. So we're going to be paying attention to those. And in terms of the other indicators on there, the asterisk is a repeat. The minus is a price reduction. Are we missing any of those additional icons that we need to discuss, Patrick?
Well, yeah, thanks, HUD. So I'll just say that along with the groupings by either new listings, which are at the very top, followed by price reduced listings, which are demonstrated by a minus sign, and then repeat listings which are asterisks. The subcategorization of those listings will be by residential, and then income property listings, and then all other property types. And so that's
That's
the
right.
sort order of the complete broker tour report going forward.
Yeah, I think once you run a couple of these broker reports that were also reviewed by not only new agents, but agents that have been in the field for a period of time, so they remember historically how the broker tour has changed. We feel like we got a pretty holistic view on what the San Francisco agent population would want to see. Beyond that, just know that we're going to be here for you. We're not all taken off for the holidays. We're going to be around and making sure that we can help you we get through this, hopefully, a positive transition for your business. Anything else, Patrick?
Yeah. Just say going forward, as far as the transition from the old time blocks to the new time blocks, we definitely encourage you, if you are a person who likes to put your tours in way ahead of time, to maybe consider holding off on putting broker tours post December 20th prior to that cutover. And so essentially maybe hold off, take a pause in adding those really forward leaning broker tours towards around December 20th. Check back in, make sure that when you add those tours in, that they're showing up with the correct time blocks that we've talked about in this video, and also we'll be sending content on going forward. Additionally,
Yeah, well,
go ahead.
yeah. No, I was
Yeah.
just saying, we're going to be in your inbox letting you know, texting you, reminding you that these changes are coming up. We're trying to do as much outreach as we can without being annoying. That's the
Yeah,
balance we're trying to do.
exactly.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Patrick, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And we'll get this video edited and out to you as soon as possible. Take care, everybody.